You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 61. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
Blake is going to be here sometime soon, but we decided to start without him.
Ha ha ha. Take that.
Yes, partially because, we've delayed this long enough. Somebody had a damn birthday, and then after that we had a snowstorm, so not as big of a snowstorm as we thought.
Yeah, they made it sound like it was going to be worse, but still, I was not going to be driving on those roads.
No, out in the country to the Bob studio.
Especially in my behemoth of a rental car, since my car is in the shop because someone decided to run a red light in front of me.
So we're having good times right now.
Yes.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep because my daughter was sick last night. So from about 1:30 until 4 a.m. in the morning, I was awake. And then the alarm went off at 5. And then we were like, that's going to be a snooze. That's going to be a little bit. So, okay. So before we get into listener feedback, I have questions. I'm trying to catch up on Gotham.
Okay.
Much to Neil from Dark Angels and Pretty Feet's dismay. And Nickel. I don't know if VF hates it, though. I don't know.
I haven't heard specifically VF, but was it the guys from Snake Oil?
Snake Oil. They don't like it. They don't like it. I don't think Salty Language likes it.
Salty Language, they don't hate it like the other guys.
Correct.
Do. They watch it with more of an open mind, I think.
Dan
but-
Zisco from Musings likes it.
Does he?
Yes,
Oh,
he does
okay, well,
like it,
thank
so
you,
that's
Dan,
good.
Being on the right side for once.
Me, I'm still about 2.5 episodes behind. We just started The Circus, is the one I saw. I decided to catch up on Arrow and Flash ahead of time. And because I like the Flash and I'm loving it, and Arrow's pretty darn good, especially with Raja Gold.
Yeah. I just got caught up earlier in the week on Flash and Arrow, so I'm all caught up.
I like that. I'm not going to kill you. I want you to take my side, take my place.
Yeah.
And he does that to Batman in the books, so that's why I think they're going for the inner Batman.
Oh,
so
I think I hear Blake's footsteps.
I think Blake's entering the studio. Welcome, Blake. Hello.
Jason said to start without you.
I had some questions about Gotham.
All right.
So, is it cold out there?
Just a little bit.
Okay. Hold on, let me switch this over here. Welcome, Blake. How are you?
The microphone's backwards.
No, I fixed it.
No, turn it around.
He's used to looking at one side. while
I'm
you're
used to looking at the other side.
Yes, we're working on getting the third one.
Excellent.
So, hopefully by the time you get back, we'll have it. Now, whether it works or not, who knows? Because
Yeah,
this is your
exactly.
last episode, Blake, for a couple of weeks.
Last episode for several weeks before I go on a secret mission we're not allowed to talk about.
Military excursion.
Can't talk about it.
Okay, Canada. You're invading Canada, aren't you?
Yeah.
Invade Edmonton.
Yeah.
It's worthless up there. You could take them.
Canadian hockey leagues.
Well, everybody rolls over the Oilers. You could take over that league quick.
Yeah, way to go, Oilers.
Or lately, the Maple Leafs, too.
What's that French team that's in Canada? Isn't that the Canadians?
Montreal Canadiens?
Montreal? Yeah,
Yes.
doesn't everybody walk over them?
Yeah, they're a little bit better this year.
Yeah, they were bad for a couple of years, but these last two, I think they've gotten better.
I just know they can't spell Canadians properly.
They have a little asterisk above it.
No,
I think they use an E.
Yeah, they use an E.
That's how you spell it, right?
That's how they spell it.
E-A-N?
Yeah, you spell it
Is it E? Oh, C-A-N, my bad.
C-A-N-U-C-S.
Is that how Canada's?
Canucks.
Okay, so when you came in, we were talking about Gotham.
Yes.
Because I'm about 2.5 episodes behind, but that's okay.
I'm only one behind.
Okay, good.
I'm up to date.
Well, look at you,
Well, then,
special boy.
Keep your mouth shut. Don't spoil it anything.
They all die.
Well, yeah.
So, I saw the Scarecrow episode.
Yes. The adrenaline is
Yes.
all based on adrenaline fixation.
I thought the dad was kind of weak, but man, oh man, was he evil to do that to his son. To shoot him up.
Yeah.
And the last scene when
desperate acts.
Correct.
You know, desperate acts. What would you do for a desperate, right?
A Klondike bar.
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing?
Or a
What do you
York
do for a
peppermint
Klondike?
patty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the last scene when the kid's in the hospital bedroom or the hospital bed and the Scarecrow's above him. That's freaky. That was freaky. So
Not in the hospital bed when they
psychiatric bed or
No,
whatever.
before they got him to the psychiatric ward, when they found him
In the
in a field underneath the Scarecrow.
Well, yes, but the last scene of the episode
The
was
Scarecrow was still hanging around.
yeah, in the hospital room. Did you see that part?
Yeah, was that? I saw it a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if it was illusion.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
all
he was
illusion.
seeing-
Yeah,
he was
okay.
seeing
He
the
was seeing the
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Correct.
Of course.
Correct.
No, they didn't
So-
bring the Scarecrow in from the
I was
field
going, what the hell
and
would
put
they
it
bring the
over here.
Scarecrow into this?
We're growing corn in the hospital. Here's my Scarecrow.
What's up with that?
Yeah, so, you know what? Nickel wants to know what we like about it, about the show. Because they don't like it. And we've talked about that before.
Yeah, I know. I sent them a tweet, asked a couple of those guys who were complaining about it. I said, why do you hate Gotham for what it is or for what it isn't? And I got a yes and a both.
It's not Gotham Central. We get that.
No, it's not the comic book. I mean, it tells a story. I think it does a good job telling a story. Most of the characters, I think, are becoming fleshed out.
I think
and
they're all
well-rounded.
good.
There's a couple I'm not too fond of, but
I don't
hey,
like
can live with
Catwoman. I don't like Bruce Wayne.
Well, whiny little Bruce Wayne.
He's annoying.
He's
that. Yeah, I
a
don't
little
really like
annoying.
Bruce Wayne, and who was the other one that I didn't?
I like how
Fish
they're-
Mooney. I don't like Fish Mooney.
I don't mind her.
You know,
It's too over the top, and you need to be caught up in her
I could
storyline.
tolerate-
You might start agreeing with me.
I
Okay.
could tolerate everything in Gotham, even the whiny Bruce Wayne, even the nonchalant Selena Kyle.
Ugh.
But I couldn't. What episode haven't you seen yet?
Go ahead and say
The
it.
last
That's fine.
two.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Last
Go ahead.
two
You're
and a
fine.
half
It's my own
behind.
fault. Go ahead. You can spoil it. It's no big deal.
Mooney in the doctor's
Oh yeah, he hasn't gotten to that yet.
office.
That's okay.
Let me just say, I don't want to spoil that for you.
No, go ahead.
Mooney in the doctor's office and what she does, it completely lost me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I think it was a little over top, not believable, and that's the thing. You got to have that buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy in. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because they're held in a doctor's prison where
Correct.
they're using
I saw
everybody
that,
for body parts,
Yes.
basically, for illegal organ transplants. And what she does, I was kind of like, are you kidding me? No effing way.
That was nice.
Like, my reaction to that was kind of like the way Chasing Amy ended, where the only logical conclusion is this, and you're like, how did you come to that conclusion?
We have to have a three-way. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Thank Christ.
Because that's the dirty mind of Kevin Smith.
Yes.
But I mean, that's what I
It
felt
makes
about.
no sense to anybody except for him when he was smoking pot when he wrote it.
Yeah.
But he
A
didn't
lot of
wasn't
pot.
smoking pot when he wrote that, though.
No,
He
well,
didn't start
he just
smoking
started,
pot
that's
until
right.
about 5 years ago.
well, if he did, he'd have an excuse.
But that's how I felt on what Fish Mooney did. I'm like, he's like, well, we can either do A or B. She goes, you forgot C, and it's like, really? That's where your mind jumps to for C?
I do like.
Really? And after all that, it's like, what's the point? Or you're like, okay, that's nice. Kill her. What's the point? Exactly. She's not worth anything anymore.
I like the Riddler and Penguin seeing each other in the police station first
Yeah,
time. I
yeah,
thought
that
that
was
was kind of funny.
I do like Enigma. I do like his character.
He's grown on me.
At a certain point, he's going to go south. But
Yes.
at what point does he go south?
Oh, that's
because
right
the
I'm going the other way.
the
That's
hot
right
nerdy
now.
librarian lady spurns him, or what makes him a bad
Oh
man?
yeah, in the episode that neither of you have seen, that scene takes place
Oh, okay.
between
there it is.
him and Miss Kringle.
And you know that I think next season they said Victor Freeze is in there, Dr. Freeze.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
I just like guessing who the characters are going to be that they introduce, like who could these be later on, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I like about it. And it's just about Batman, and I can't get enough Batman story. And I was very skeptical before I started watching it, and you know what? I've grown to like it an awful lot. I like Gordon's character. I like everything.
Yeah, Gordon's
Pretty
character
much.
I like. I really like
Donna Loge's character.
Yeah, Harvey
Bullock.
Harvey
Bullock is pretty
Bullock's
good.
Character. I think the Penguin is stealing the show.
He is.
He is.
Can we explain?
Penguin, when he's kind of like a semi-smart, incompetent criminal, I kind of like that.
And I kind of got over the fact that, oh God, we're going to introduce another bad guy, even though they shouldn't. I'm okay with that. I'm starting to learn to be okay with that.
Yeah.
I will say I like the mob part. The gangsters are actually some of my favorite parts.
Yeah, they are. There's some good build-up scenes.
And I will say that I don't know why, but why Gordon left her. Well, I do know why, but his ex-girlfriend Barbara. I just saw her in a beautiful dress before the show started. Tonight's episode just started. When she's talking to Selena Kyle. Yes, she had the cut in the middle, and I'm like, whoa.
It took you how many scenes before you realized she was hot?
I thought she was. I'm not a big blonde fan, but I thought she was cute.
Yeah.
But then when she wore that dress, I'm just like, whoa, hello. that was nice. So
The thing is, I don't have a problem with it because he's hooking up with Marina Baccarat now.
yes, Firefly.
Yeah,
Who-
she's going to be in that new series or movie coming up too. They just landed her in.
Yeah, she's the new Deadpool movie. She's going to be in the new
she's going to be in the new
movie.
Deadpool
Oh, is she?
movie.
Yeah, she's going to be whatever love interest Deadpool has.
I like how in the movie Deadpool, in the new Deadpool movie, they're not disfiguring his
Wait,
face
wait,
like in
was
the
she-
comics.
Was she the
Oh, they're not?
professional?
No.
Was she the professional concubine from Firefly?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I know her from.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she was in V.
She was in V.
She
Not
was
the
in
new
the
one.
remake.
She was in
Yeah.
the, I liked it. I liked it.
Was she the evil lady?
She was the head
Yeah.
of the
That's
evil
where I
aliens.
recognize her too.
She just cut her hair incredibly short for V.
She's
Yeah.
also my ex-wife. Ex-wife.
That's where I know her
That's where
too.
I first met her. Yeah.
Speaking of wives, we all went out to the bar this past weekend. Has your wife sworn never to go out with us again?
That is correct.
Okay, just making sure. Can we make her feel bad, like uncomfortable? Did she hate us afterwards?
No.
Okay.
I don't. You say, and here's kind of like a side note on some things. On some things, I do embellish a little bit because
Oh,
it
I'm
makes
sure.
for a much more fun kind
Yes.
of deal. So it kind of catches her off guard sometimes, and sometimes she'll go and she'll play along with it. So, yeah.
Okay. So yes, you just answered a question Jeff just put on Twitter.
Yes.
Do you hate Gotham for what it is or what it isn't?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get to listener feedback.
Listener feedback, Blake. Who do we start with?
Number one fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
What does number one fan Doug ask?
He's our number one fan, Doug, but he's also our number one too. All right, so what do you think of Kevin Smith as a comic book writer, and which titles of his do you like?
Green Arrow, Quiver, is a very good one. He does just because Black Manta is in it, and I love Green Arrow, one of my favorite characters.
And you love Black Manta because he's an Aquaman villain.
Oh, I love Aquaman. Love Aquaman. He has a hook. Arrgh. And he's a pirate, I think. Arrgh. So, yeah, I would recommend that. I like a lot of Kevin Smith stuff. I've not checked out Bionic Man yet.
Oh, I didn't know he wrote a Bionic
Yeah,
Man.
well, it was his script for movies.
Okay.
He wrote a movie.
Lee Majors?
Yes, but it wasn't with Lee Majors. But he wrote a script for Bionic Man that was supposed to be made into a film, and they
Steve
turned
Austin.
it down.
No.
Is that Steve Austin?
Yeah,
Steve Austin
Austin
was
was
the
the
character's
character.
name.
Okay.
Played by Lee Majors.
Okay. I kept thinking of Lee Majors with the Fall Guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. But anyway, so he wrote this script. It got turned down by the studio. I think they were going to do it, and then they backed out. So he made it into a comic book.
Yeah, of course, with today's inflation, I guess he would have to be the $1 billion man instead of $1 million man,
I
right?
think he did
$6 million
adjust that.
man. Adjusted for
$600 million
inflation.
man.
Yeah.
He was the $6 million man back in the day.
What was the script that I heard that? Because what was it? The $6 Million Man, right? Was the
Yes.
other one? It was the Bionic Man and the $6 Million Man,
They're the
right?
same.
No.
Is it the same person?
The name of the $6 Million Man was the name of the show.
$6
There was no
Million
The Bionic
Man
Man
is-
show.
Oh,
But
okay.
he was a bionic man.
He was a
Okay.
man who was bionic, and there was the Bionic Woman. Was
There's
the
the
name of the
bionic
show.
woman. Her power was an ear, which made her listen to things, which goes completely contrary against women's nature, because women don't listen to men very well.
Send your complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice.
She had a bionic ear where she could listen. Why can't I find? Anyway,
Please don't get murdered before you go away. But anyways, there was a script going around that Jim Carrey liked that was a $6 Million Man in today's term. So it was like a comedy, and it was not a
so he's a bionic man on a budget.
yes, and it was supposed to be, a pretty funny thing. So I thought that was kind of funny, but it never obviously made it to film. So there's your thing, Green Arrow. Anything he does, he supposedly did a Black Cat with Spider-Man, but I think that was like a 16-year hiatus.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Snake Oil, help us out on that
The
one.
only other one I know about is and I haven't read it, but I know he did a Daredevil run.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. Can't remember that one though.
Yeah, I didn't read it. Actually, I haven't read anything that he's done other than a couple of one-off shots that he wrote about his View Askew-niverse stuff. I think I read the Chasing Dogma that linked the stuff from Chasing Amy to the beginning of Dogma.
He did do a Batman run recently with Onomatopoeia. That was his new character.
Oh, jeez.
It actually was not bad. It was
So
interesting.
he makes noises and hurts you?
So there you go, Doug.
And Doug also apparently has a thing for Slave Leia, Mrs. Potato Head. Dirty dog.
Have you
he
seen
wants
this?
to know, is it awesome or just wrong?
It's wrong.
It is.
Have you seen the clip or the link I sent you? I'll put it up on Facebook. It's pretty bad at the History of Bad Ideas podcast. It's Slave Leia, like Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, with the bikini,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what are you going to change out on that?
Maybe you can put her white dress on?
I don't think it comes with that.
But they sell it separately. Gotta get the
there you
money.
go. Gotta get the white cape.
The add-on.
Sold separately.
But it doesn't come with Jabba the Hutt attached?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
I say it depends on what you're really into, I guess.
Although potatoes and bikinis...
I guarantee you there's a fetish porn site out there for that.
Potatoes and bikinis. That's should be
right.
the name of our title. Small potatoes.
Big potatoes.
Potatoes with ears. Wow. Moving on.
Moving on. Snake Oil Comics at SOC Podcast. Where do you fall on the issue of cosplayers at cons? And I must say, that cons is in conventions. I'm all for it. Actually, I posted a link. I didn't know February was Harley Quinn month.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently it was.
That's
Yeah,
Harley
this is Jeff apparently was not very enthralled by a lot of the Harley Quinn makeup.
Well, I'm not enthralled by the way DC is handling Harley Quinn right now.
But we're not worried about that. What we're talking about is women dressing up as Harley Quinn.
Well, you said it was Harley Quinn month. It was
And
Harley...
men dressing up, I'm all for it. If you like dressing up as a character, comic book, superhero, fantasy, RPG, D&D movie, that's the whole thing what conventions are for. Go there, have a good time, have some fun.
Would
now,
I ever
would I
do
do
it?
it? No.
No.
I wouldn't do it either.
I way too much time spent into getting a good costume to... Honestly...
I'm all about comfort.
Yeah.
And I can't be comfortable
And it seems like the people
wearing
there...
a costume.
want to walk around and be looked at, and that's the last thing in the world I want. I want to walk around and do
wanna
what I
the
want
looking.
to do.
I don't want to be looked at. I just want to do the looking.
So you're at Gen Con this year. You're not going to be Zatanna, and I was going to be Martian Manhunter.
Zatanna, you think I should wear fishnet stockings?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that won't be the weirdest thing you'll see.
No. No,
I wouldn't guarantee that.
I want to be Martian Manhunter. Just the suspenders with the little.
You have to paint yourself green.
I don't like that. That's not going to happen. I'll be the human form of Martian Manhunter in his costume.
I'm John.
You
Or John
just
Jones.
walk around in a Speedo with a Viking helmet with horns and a shield, and people will be like, what's he dressed up as? What's that guy? What's that? I don't know. Who is that?
With an eye patch.
Yeah.
Arrgh. I'm a pirate Viking. Don't know.
Guarantee you. And you'll be the talk of the town.
Already am.
There you go.
Moving on.
Moving on. Musings of a Shibe. That's SHIB at Musings of a Shibe, all one word together. They say, who had a better poster, Aquaman or Avengers 2?
Aquaman.
Because you're biased.
No, I just honestly thought the
You
Avengers
like
2
Aqua
poster
Drogo.
was very generic.
I thought it was very similar to the first movie.
No, I mean, I didn't realize it was a new poster when I first saw it. I just thought I saw an old poster from the first movie. I'm like, oh, wait.
But it had Vision.
Exactly.
Vision.
It's like I noticed a couple little things. I'm like, oh, well, it's a generic group superhero poster.
It was like a photo hunt. Which one's different? How many things can you find different?
One of these things is not like the other.
Did we all see the trailer for the new Avengers movie?
I did.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
And apparently, Jason already bought his pre-sale tickets today.
I did today. I bought tickets.
Well, I may have actually seen the trailer by mistake
It's a brand new
when I
one.
went to go see a different movie.
No, it's not out in theaters yet.
no?
Just online. It's on our Facebook
Oh.
page.
Well, you know how often I go there.
A lot because you post a lot.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I actually pay attention to what you're doing on there.
You don't pay attention to what I do during the podcast.
Exactly.
Again, Doug has said that he wants to know if you do a separate podcast.
I am in my own head. Meg at Mindian's Minute. I'm surprised that she actually had some feedback for us after going and seeing 50 Shades of Grey over and over again. Jupiter Ascending was so bad. How bad was it? My parents just called me from South Africa to tell me they wasted their money.
They was
Hey, break out, Nick. Come on, break out the camp for that. Come on. And according to her mom, everyone just kept falling. And he, Tatum, just kept swooping. He'd swoop over here, then swoop over there. You know, if I had a South African accent, I would use it, but I don't know what South Africans sound like.
let's not offend anybody, so let's not do that.
I don't wanna do
How
that.
about a cheeky good time? Cheeky monkey?
Cheeky monkeys.
Yeah,
Well, you know.
we're going to get into that in the box office bombs. It continues to fall. Just like everyone else in the movie, I
it's
guess.
not ascending.
No.
It should be called Jupiter Descending.
Dirt! Woo!
Hey!
Calm down over there.
Getting a little jazzy over there.
How you doing?
What's up with that? Jazz hands!
Bow. Jazz hands!
Can you hear this? Jazz hands!
Jazz hands!
Welcome back to Nick's Jazz Hour.
There you go.
Smooth up in you tonight. We're
You
gonna
know,
do the
I just
sweet
heard
jazz.
that. I just heard that on 700 WLW.
Bullet Boys?
They played "Smooth Up in You."
Really?
Yes.
On 700, the talk show.
Yes, 700 on the one with
Douchebag Cunningham?
no, with the washed-up
The other
baseball
douchebag.
player
Tracy Jones?
Tracy
Oh.
Jones and not Eddie Fingers. He was on vacation. It was Gary Jeff.
Ah.
Gary Jeff Walker.
So
Gary
you're playing
Jeff
Smooth
Walker.
Up in You?
Yeah, they play "Smooth Up in You," and I was like,
Smooth up in
I said,
you.
they must be fans of the podcast.
For all you people out there, there's our local
Radio guys.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
That is a whole local radio guys.
This is what we get for recording on a Thursday, not a Tuesday.
Yeah,
You and your stupid birthday.
Anyways, Michael Leal says, if you were writing Avengers, what would be your 5-person Avengers team?
I gotta get my notes out because I made notes.
Okay, we'll pause this for a second because I think I got my notes too.
Okay, I got my notes.
Can you do it in 30 seconds or less?
I didn't necessarily
No.
take my 5 favorite Avengers
Oh, I did.
because
Well, almost.
I took ones that I think would work. You know, people that fill different needs of a team.
Okay, I kind of did that too. Did that
Okay.
too.
But I'll put down the 5 that I picked. And
Okay.
I know there's at least one that you are going to.
Can we just get out of the way?
bitch about
Go
it.
ahead first.
No, the ones I picked Hawkeye,
I'm with you.
Wasp,
I'm with you.
Beast,
Eh.
Scarlet Witch,
Ugh.
and Ms. Marvel.
Ugh.
It's
Or-
4, isn't it?
Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, Beast, Wasp, and
Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
That's 5.
Yeah.
I can't count.
Ms. Marvel is not bad for the power.
Yeah, that's I needed a powerhouse.
I
And
had
that's the thing is-
Hercules.
I
like Hercules.
For me, it's between Ms. Marvel or Wonder Man.
Yeah, I like Wonder Man too. That's
I like,
a good
I like
one.
Wonder Man, but I thought he's too a little schizoid to make the team work.
You didn't put Sentry?
No, I did not put
Worst
Sentry.
character ever. We're going to push push him as much as we can. Fuck you, Marvel.
I
No,
put
we
Beast
don't care.
because you need the smart scientist guy, and I like him better than the other smart scientist guys that were in the Avengers.
I have Hawkeye,
Okay.
Captain America.
Oh, you got
need
them
a
both.
leader. I love Captain
Well,
America.
Hawkeye's my leader.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys include Honeycutt or Pierce?
No. He died in a helicopter crash.
Hey, now.
No, that
Who
was
was
Blake.
Colonel Blake.
Blake, that's who it was. Pardon me. I had Hawkeye, Captain America, Falcon, just because I love Falcon.
Oh, okay.
Hercules for the power, and Wasp. And Wasp could keep them all together.
Oh, so you don't have a smart, like, if you need to do science to
Nope.
figure something out.
Nope.
That's what you have computers for.
Computer, please answer.
That's why you just go to the Fantastic Four and have them do it.
Jarvis.
I figured anything Captain America learned in 1944, he probably could exert now. I think that's all science has expanded.
I figured I'd go with Hawkeye, because Hawkeye would be my leader, and Captain America, I suppose, is usually the leader, but it's like, he's too goody two-shoes.
I love Captain America.
I like someone who would be willing to cross the line if need be, and that's not Cap.
Okay.
And so that's why I pick Hawkeye as my leader, with Wasp as kind of, your face of the organization to the...
Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl would be great if you needed a mascot.
Or a nanny? Oh, you know what? Fuck that. Hercules is out. Luke Cage.
Okay.
I like Luke Cage better. There you go. Much better. Sorry, Hercules.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, are we done with your 5-person Avengers
Yes,
team?
sorry about that, Michael Leal. We
there
forgot
you
to do
go.
that last week.
All right, what would make a Fantastic Four movie good? I should say, what would make a fantastic movie worth watching?
Good call.
But that's from Nickel.
No, that was from Michael Leal.
Michael
Nick-
Leal.
No,
Yeah,
that was from Michael Will, but Nickel answered it for him.
Yes.
He said the answer, of course, is the Mole Man.
Which the rumor is that he is in the new movie.
That is not what would make it good, though.
It would be.
No, if they do it right, it won't ruin it, but that won't be the reason it's good.
We watched, my son and I watched Superhero Squad tonight.
Whatever that is.
It's Marvel's version for like the 3 to 6 year olds.
Okay.
They're kind of like the Fisher Price and Mansion X guys, the DC guys. It's their version, but it's a cartoon,
Okay.
and it's funny though. Mole Man was in it tonight. He was talking to Loki and Doctor Doom. They were all coming together. So I just thought that was, you don't see Mole Man much. So, and the other guy with the big head is in it a lot.
Guy with
The floating head.
Oh, God, I hate him.
I love him. He's awesome.
Oh,
Big head.
I
Whatever his name.
whatever his name
Yes.
is. Yeah.
Big head. Big head. Anybody want to take a stab? What would make a Fantastic Four movie good?
A
Anybody?
good script.
That was pretty general.
All right.
That's all I
agree.
require. I mean, unfortunately, most of what they've been writing is. See, I'm actually looking forward to this new Fantastic Four movie because it looks like they're working from a script about people, not taking these people and forcing them into whatever situation they think they can make look cool.
It looks more like Interstellar, and I'm okay with that because it looks better than the other shit that they've put out for Fantastic Four. And Nichols biased because he actually likes Fantastic Four. I think Michael does too. But I can't stand the Fantastic Four. Everything about it, I just can't stand it.
I
Can't
never
stand it.
really bought any books unless they were involved in a crossover of something else I was reading. So I can't really say I like them, but I don't hate them.
I'm bored by them.
All right, so
There's your answer.
a good script. That's
There
A good
you go.
script. that was a cop-out.
All right, Graphic Novice has a question about The Killing Joke. Now, that's the Batman series with Joker. He said, please share your interpretation of the end of The Killing Joke. So what happens at the end of The Killing Joke?
Okay, so The Killing Joke is one of the classic Batman stories. Basically, Joker...
From the 90s, right? If I'm
late 80s.
Late
I think it was
80s.
88 or 89.
All right.
So this was before Dark Knight Returns?
I think it was after.
Okay.
Right after. Alan Morrison? No, who's the guy?
Moore?
Crazy guy with the...
Alan Moore?
Yeah. So, basically, Joker goes ahead and paralyzes Barbara Gordon. That's a famous storyline. It basically pushes Batman to the edge. The final scene is Batman reaching across, and Joker tells a joke. Batman starts smiling and laughing, and he reaches across, and they're all laughing, and you just see like a silhouette of him reaching across and his hands by his Joker's neck, and then the laughter stops, and it shows the feet, and that's it, or the puddle on the ground and that, but it's like water. I think it was raining or something.
Yeah, it was definitely a raining.
Yeah. And so you don't know if he died or not. Moore said that he wrote it that he was dead. But he's not, or Grant Morrison, I'm sorry, has said that.
Oh, it's Grant Morrison.
No. Grant Morrison has talked about it and said Moore actually wrote it to be a death scene.
Yeah. Killing joke.
Yeah, he snapped his neck, and that was the
Joker.
that was the killing joke, is that pushed him over the edge.
Batman actually killed somebody.
I can't remember what the exchange was before. Like, he told his joke, and based off the actual joke he told, made me think it was like the most logical conclusion that. Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I read it, he killed him. Now this is also, like, it's one of the Alan Moore ones, so it's not necessarily in the regular universe. His stories are all
But they've
outside
referenced it in Batman stories.
Well, yeah, I suppose with Barbara Gordon being
she's Oracle.
paralyzed, yeah, so that did hold over, you're right. But his stuff usually takes place outside of continuity, I thought, but...
And you can interpret it either way. Some say that he doesn't.
My interpretation was that he did.
So,
and it makes me feel like I like the story better if that's the interpretation.
I'm just trying to see if you can tell. I don't think it actually said. Okay, everything was on. Everything online is like, what was the joke? And everybody's like, I used to remember it. So, okay.
What was that joke?
So,
I don't get it.
I think he probably did kill him. I think he finally got pushed to the edge, because if any villain's going to push Batman to the edge, it's the Joker.
Oh, that's the Joker's... I mean, that's
his
what he
whole
wants
purpose.
to do.
The whole arc nemesis.
So, okay.
So Dr. Number One says the... I can't say this name.
The whores, the Kardashians.
Oh my God, you said it.
Kardashians.
Has been renewed for 4 or 5 years for $100 million. What does this say about society? It says society's a bunch of dumb motherfuckers who tune in and watch this shit.
We all need to get a doomsday bunker because the world's coming to an end.
You know, I have a sister who watches a lot of this reality trash, and she doesn't even watch that one. I mean, she watches pretty much your Real Housewives and whatever MTV crap throws out there, and she watches all this shit, but she won't watch the Kardashians. So if someone like her won't watch it, I don't know who's actually watching this shit.
I can't think of what benefit to society that family has in regards to why they're even worthy of a TV show. I mean, you think about it. You know, the whole thing is the mom milking the daughters for every dollar they're worth.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. You know, she's a self-porno made chick who likes rap guys.
That's not even allegedly, it's true.
You know, I one of the most despised female figures in American society, but yet she's still around making $100 million.
I think they said she made $70 million off her video game that was a
it's an app.
Yeah.
Who the hell buys that shit?
Quick thing about the killing joke, Jeff. It looks like you got to. It's a very long joke about two guys on top of the lunatic asylum.
Okay,
so,
I got the last page, and it's after the joke's been told where they're just laughing.
Yeah, he goes. The punchline is he says, "What do you think I am, crazy?" Okay, sorry.
Exactly. That's the whole thing about American society. What are you, crazy?
Speak of the Kardashians.
Yeah, exactly. So, one of the most hated women in American pop culture, married to one of the most hated rappers in music culture. Yet people still keep going back to them and feeding them this money.
That's what I love on Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman's Hollywood Babylon. They will. Somebody started referring to her as the porn star Kim Kardashian. I think Garman took offense. He's like, she's not a porn star. She's a fuck tape.
Fuck tape. That's what.
Oh, that's right. She's not even qualified as a porn star. She's just a fuck tape.
She did Ray J. That's just wrong. Okay, moving on to more classier stuff.
Yeah, Showgirls, the highest grossing NC-17 movie with $20 million.
We were talking about Showgirls a couple weeks ago.
That's right. All right, and thank you for pointing that out, Dr. Number One.
So I like it.
Showgirls.
Speaking
Awesome train wreck of a movie, but yes.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Highly recommended for 15-year-old boys.
And
who
I
aren't
did
even
this-
17.
Yeah, and I did this past week see the Jimmy Fallon reunion of the
Saved by the
actors
Bell.
from Saved by the Bell.
But it didn't have Berkeley in it, did it?
Yeah.
They did?
And Berkley
Oh, yeah,
did
it hit
Screech
Berkley.
or Lisa Turtle.
Yeah, I thought
Oh, yeah.
someone told me they had them all but Screech, so I was expecting to see Lisa Turtle. So
Screech
I was a
was
little
in jail
disappointed.
or
Yeah,
something.
Screech
Oh,
was
yeah,
in
I
jail.
understand
Lisa
that.
Turtle is crazy.
I've never
The little
seen
tootie?
anything from Lark Voorhees
Yeah.
since the show, so I don't know what she's up to. But
I
it
just
was
know
funny, they made a
Alfonso, what's
joke.
his name? Alfonso. What's the one, the two main character boys, the blonde guy and the black hair
Mark
guy.
Paul Gosselaar and Mario Lopez.
Mario
Zack
Lopez is like
Slater?
he's like a horrible game show host, reality TV guy.
oh, he does like Extra or one of those entertainment news.
Yeah, it was
programs.
one of those things. But before that, he was doing game shows.
Yeah, he did like one of the.
Gosler's actually appearing in crime shows.
He was in
isn't
NYPD Blue for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he in Franklin and Bash?
Yes, Franklin Bash with Breckin Meyer.
Yeah, I never did actually see that show.
No, I like Breckin Meyer though. Speaking of terrible game show host, I was watching Terry Crews host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Now.
It's
He
like-
is. I like Terry
I
Crews.
like Terry Crews, but
He is not
he's not a
good.
good,
No,
not a good host.
no.
Not good. Any Doctor Number One also wants to know, what are your thoughts on celebrities for Dancing with the Stars? My thoughts were who? That's what Doctor Number One said, and I agree. Who? It's like Noah Galloway. I don't know that.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Robert
but-
Herjavec. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
from Shark Tank.
Three of
Robert.
these people I have heard of.
Patti LaBelle. I know Patti
Patti
LaBelle.
LaBelle,
She's
I
an
heard
old
of her.
singer
An
chick.
old singer.
She's
There
gonna
you go.
break a hip.
So yeah,
Nashville,
they always have an
Lincoln.
old person on, so she's the old person from.
Riker Lynch, Charlotte McKinney,
Nope,
Michael
nope.
Sam. I know that's the first gay,
Oh,
openly
yeah,
gay
okay.
football player. Willow Shields.
Did she star in Willow? Did she star in
I
Willow?
don't know.
Suzanne Summers.
Oh,
Another
God.
old person.
She's
Yeah.
a Thigh Master girl, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, in that one show back in the 70s.
Step by step.
No.
Not that one.
Before that one.
Day by day with
No,
Patrick
not that
Duffy.
Rumor Willis. No, that's the Bruce
Bruce
Willis's
Demi's-
topless daughter, right?
Yeah.
Walks around New York City showing her tatas.
Yep.
I
Yep.
missed that.
She does.
What? Oh.
Yeah, that's all she does. That's her
Was she-
claim to fame.
She did a couple movies, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah,
I mean,
She was
you
in
know,
that-
Don Johnson's daughter does soft porn, 50 Shades of Grey. And can you imagine your buddies? You know, if you're Don Johnson, your buddies like, hey man, saw Dakota.
Well,
Does she really like the whip? And can you imagine how many guys Don Johnson's going to punch out now for the next 6 months?
well, I think he's
Well,
going
if
to
you're
punch people
stupid
out.
enough to say that to somebody about their
Yeah.
daughter, then you deserve
Time out.
to be punched
Let's
out.
be real. Don Johnson's going to punch out people anyways. This just gives him a reason to punch people out.
How many people will they say, hey Bruce, saw your daughter's tits?
What,
You know,
was it-
so-
Shut up, Crockett!
Exactly.
No, he was Crockett.
Oh, shut up, Tubbs!
Imagine people going up to Bruce Willis. I see your daughter's boobies. I don't see dead people. I see your daughter's boobies.
Your soul is dead, Bruce.
Yeah, what wasn't Rumor Willis in the House Bunny?
I don't know, but I'll check on it.
Okay.
Could be. Then Red Foo. Who the fuck is Red,
Red
Foo?
Foo. I thought this was like a misspelling. Is this correct?
I was assuming it's a rapper because only
That's
rappers
the only thing I
are
can think
named
of.
Red
Anybody
Foo.
that has poor English and spelling has got to be Red
I thought
Foo.
maybe it was
That's gotta be
Redford. Robert Redford.
No.
Has he done
That's
that?
not Red Fox, because I know Red Fox is dead. But you know, they could be breaking them back from the graves. And, you know, doing a, Weekend at Bernie's thing with his dead body.
Red Foo is
An American singer, dancer, record producer, DJ, and rapper.
There you go.
Oh, there he
So
is.
he's a rapper. Okay. Oh, no, Red Foo. He's from LMAO or Laughing My Ass Off or whatever.
LMFO.
Whatever the fuck.
LMFAO.
Is that who he's from?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I recognize his face.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but you show me his face. I'm like, yeah, that's the funny rapper guy from the funny music thing.
I remember the guy with the big robot head.
Yeah, the big Minecraft head. The big Minecraft head. Yeah, exactly.
I could see you at clubs, Jeff, dancing to
No, but hold on, dude, the thing that kills me, he's a rapper, but how many professions does he have listed before that? Like he's trying to buy credibility?
Yeah. Singer, dancer, record producer, DJ, and rapper.
He's a rapper. That's all there is to it. There you go.
There's your listener feedback. that music means draft day.
Draft day, yeah!
Hooray! Draft day!
You know how big Age of Ultron is for me, the movie? I'm missing NFL Draft, which is the first time I'll miss the draft in like 2 decades.
Wow.
So that's how big it is. It comes out the same night.
What night is that?
April 30th.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah. Randall Holt.
I'll probably be in a Browns backers bar with Chris Bednar. Waiting for our first 2-round draft picks. We'll probably package into one pick and move up and get somebody, and we'll be like, every year, what the fuck are we doing?
I think Johnny Manziel's brother is entering the draft this year.
Yeah, probably. But this is why I like draft day. Because remember when I first came on, we did draft day for the very first time.
Yes.
Based on the movie, Kevin Costner.
Yep.
And like I said, that was the best hour and a half of fantasy Browns life that I had. Well, you walk out of there going, yeah, that's awesome. Then you realize it was all make-believe. And then you're depressed again.
You're like, oh, we actually won't get that
shit.
good player.
There is no Kevin Mack. Or whatever his
Did you
Mack
say
was.
Kevin Hart?
No.
Kevin Hart got drafted by the Browns?
No matter what. Yeah, whatever.
Well, we do have a little competition. If you guys would, we're going to have a new contest. We got a couple prizes. I'm going to let you know what the prizes are once we sort them out. But send us...
After I pick out what I want to keep?
Yeah,
And we'll give out to everybody else? Okay.
Pretty much.
we want you to send in teams that we can draft. So send us teams that you want us to draft, and the best team wins. So
All right, the ones we say, how did we not think of that one, will probably win.
yes, the first one is Mr. Kotter and the Sweathogs by Randall Holt. So the most creative one
Randall Holt.
So Randall Holt is winning with 1. No one else has sent them in yet. So we just announced it. So send us your teams that you want us to draft.
Mr. Carter.
Mr. Kotter. So who wants to go first?
I want to, but
Blake goes first because it's his last week for a couple weeks.
All right. Well, there's Mr. Carter and the Sweathogs. All right. I'll tell you what. My first round pick.
do we need to explain who these people
Oh
are?
yeah, Jeff, you explain.
Oh
it real
yeah. Why
quick.
don't you explain who these people are?
It's from the 70s.
It's the Welcome
If
Back
you've
Kotter.
never seen Welcome Back Kotter, it's actually a good series. You should watch it if it comes on Nickelodeon or something like that, right?
But
Yeah.
we'll
I
start
watched
out
it many after school. days.
Gabe Kotter, as played by Gabe Kaplan.
And his wife was hot. I remember that.
Julie
Nerdy hot with the
Straussman?
big glasses. I
Yeah.
liked her. Yeah.
But Gabe Kotter was a well-meaning teacher who returned to Buchanan High after 10 years to teach a group of remedial students known as the Sweathogs. He was a founding member of the original Sweathogs and has a special affinity towards the unteachable students.
They're really seeing their potential.
And the Sweathogs, the 4 main Sweathogs, as played by John Travolta, was Vinnie Barbarino, cocky Italian-American, unofficial leader, and resident heartthrob of the Sweathogs.
He was also the most brainless of them.
And some things don't change.
Some things don't change.
Arnold Horshack is played by Ron Palillo. He's the class clown, but he was completely comfortable with his oddball, naive personality. He was known for his unique observations and his wheezing laugh.
Played by Ron Palillo, who didn't he box against Screech?
Yes.
In celebrity boxing?
Celebrity boxing.
I thought you were going to say
Horshack versus
Foxy
Screech.
Boxing.
No.
Freddie
Boom Boom
Washington,
Washington. Freddie Boom Boom Washington.
played by Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
Hi
he
there.
was the hip token black student known as the athletic Sweathog and a good basketball player.
What? He
He was
sounds like
often the-
stereotyping to me.
It was the 70s.
But he was often the voice of reason.
That's right.
But he was a willing participant in the Sweathogs' antics.
That's right.
And this is a fun one to say.
Juan Luis Pedro Felipe de Huevos Epstein.
As played by Robert Hedges.
Well done,
He
Blake.
was a fiercely proud Puerto Rican Jew. One of the tough students at Buchanan High, despite his short stature. He normally walked around with his tough man strut, always wore his red handkerchief hanging out of his back pocket, and was voted most likely to take a life by his peers.
Yeah.
And he always brought in the notes from his mother to explain why he wasn't, why he was absent or whatnot.
That's right.
And his notes were always signed by Epstein's mother.
See, I always knew him as Juan Epstein. I didn't know his whole name was Juan Luis Pedro Felipe de Huevos Epstein. Yeah. Which is kind of funny. De huevos is that
Eggs?
literally translates into eggs, but that's also slang for balls.
Oh, yeah. You
As
got
in
big
testicles.
huevos.
Yeah.
Huevos grande.
So actually, it's John Louis Peter Philip of Balls Epstein.
Right, wrote down Jeff doing a Spanish translation. Spanish impersonation as the worst of the year.
Oh, come on. It's 10 times better than any of them you've attempted so far.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. Okay, moving on. Blake, you go first.
My number one pick, because there's a shortage of guys that can pull this off
Son of a bitch.
efficiently. It's going to be Freddie Boom Boom Percy Washington.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm all right.
And my first pick is Will Smith with a big afro.
Oh.
Not the finely haircut Will Smith, but we got to give him the big hair to match
May I?
Boom Boom Washington's
May I?
hair.
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. I'm done.
That was one of
Rapping
your
is not in your future.
but it was better than most of his.
West Philadelphia, born and
Okay,
raised.
now you ruined it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
We want to talk about stereotypes. There you go, Jason. You lived one right there. You're one step above Vanilla Ice.
You. I didn't rob any, steal from a house lately. Jeff, go ahead. I'll let you go.
You let me go?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll go with the one that I have no backup for. I'm going for my Vinnie Barbarino.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm taking
Don't say it.
Joey Tribbiani,
No.
Oh.
Matt LeBlanc's character from Friends.
That's a good one.
I'd say he's the Italian descented kind of dumb guy. And I thought, as the only one that sprung to mind, and I thought I better take that one early.
Okay. I'm going with Vinnie Barbarino as well.
Vinnie Barbarino.
I am going, hey, the Fonz. Going the Fonz. Nothing? Okay. Fuck you. Blake, are you paying attention to me?
Yeah, I'm looking right at you.
That doesn't mean anything.
Can you go back to rapping, please?
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Oh,
Is that the only line you know? At least say, yo, Holmes, smell you later.
What's my home? I don't know. My mom got mad. Oh, you were off. My mom got mad. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle to a town called Bel Air." I pulled
just
up
don't
to the
understand.
house.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
About
Different
6
song.
or 7.
Moving on. Jim Blake, next round.
Oh, you got to go wrapping around.
No, we're not doing a snake. It's
We're not
round
doing a snake?
No, we never
No,
have.
not on draft day.
No.
Ooh, all right, my Gabe Kotter.
Oh.
Here we go, my number 2. Gabe Kotter, played by, if he was still alive, Robin Williams.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good one.
Remember Gabe Kotter? Gabe Kaplan.
You could
know, he could dip his Dead Poet Society.
I was gonna ask you, yeah.
Yeah. That,
Resurrect that role.
I forgot.
It's getting a little creative
I was trying
over
to remember
there.
the character's name from Dead Poet Society. Keating.
Keating.
Yeah, Mr. Keating.
Mr. Keating. Yes, exactly.
Oh, Captain,
So-
my Captain?
And after every episode, just like Gabe used to do in Welcome Back, Kotter, he would end the show on a joke.
Yep.
See, the problem I would have, and this will lead right into my pick because I'm going to go with my Mr. Kotter here. Robin Williams tells funny jokes. I got to go with someone who
Told bad jokes.
told
were
bad
unfunny jokes. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Bob Saget. Or whatever his character was from.
I can see that.
From Full House.
I'm going so different for Gabe Kotter.
I went, okay, a comedian who thought he was funny but really wasn't. Bob Saget.
Yeah, from America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, like those type
completely.
of jokes
Yes.
he tells in. Yeah.
Well, my second round pick is Arnold Horshack. Ooh, 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 ooh. Did you just jizz?
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't know how your jizzing goes, but I feel sorry for your wife if it's anything like that.
There's many reasons you can feel sorry for my wife. I'm going Jim Carrey's character from Dumb and Dumber.
Lloyd Christmas.
see that.
Lloyd Christmas. You know why? Those IOUs, just as good as money.
Are just as good as money.
So I'm going Jim Carrey, Lloyd Christmas.
Not a bad one.
Thank you.
That's good.
Round 3.
I'm going to stay with my Horseshack. We're going to run on Horseshacks here. This character from Saved by the Bell was based on Horseshack. I'm going with Screech.
Yeah, Screech was one of my...
Screech, my number one option, but I don't like Screech, so I couldn't pick him anymore.
Screech was the first one I wrote down too, but I found a better one.
I got him first. It was on your list. I drafted him first.
I passed him up.
He fell to my backup because I found someone.
You were hoping he's going to be in the round 4, but no, I got him in round 3.
All right, well,
You're hoping for that bargain basement deal, right? It just didn't happen.
I'm gonna go for my Freddie Boom Boom.
Boom boom.
Freddie Boom Boom Washington.
I'm gonna take the character of Trip from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as played by BJ Britt, mainly because I'm very sorry and disappointed he was killed off on the show and I want him back.
You don't know if he's dead yet.
Yeah, did you watch Tuesdays?
No, I haven't watched Tuesdays.
Okay.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Damn it! Really liked him. Okay.
Unless they can find a way to resurrect Ashes, he's dead.
I did see the half-season finale. I am going Juan Luis Pedro Felipe de Rivas Epstein. That was actually not bad. We got a speech impediment, too. I'm going Rembrandt. Who? Come out and play, Warriors! Rembrandt from the Warriors?
From the
movie?
movie? But that's the guy clinking the bottles.
Yep.
Warriors!
The gang movie called Classic Gang Movies.
The Puerto Rican in it.
All right, yeah.
I'm going Rembrandt.
A little more violent than the original Huevos Epstein.
Oh, it gets much more violent soon. Go ahead, next.
All right,
Round 4.
I'll go with my Juan Epstein. I'm going with my favorite Puerto Rican, New York Puerto Rican, John Leguizamo.
You draft him too much.
I know. He's the only Puerto Rican I know, okay?
Rembrandt.
Except for that guy. I forgot about him 30 years ago.
And you didn't type in famous Puerto Ricans in the computer.
I didn't Google it. No, I didn't.
Because I'm going to go with my Epstein.
There you go.
This is a run on Epstein.
You run on Epstein's.
I'm going to go with Luis Guzman, actor.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, I like the character of Radimus from the movie Waiting.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to Count of Monte Cristo.
He doesn't really fit
He
Epstein.
sounded Hispanic. Monte Cristo, you know.
Oh, I want a
Monte Cristo
sandwich.
I like the sandwich.
I do like sandwich.
Love the sandwich. That was my favorite day at the cafeteria in college was Monte Cristo Day.
I used to. What was that? Oh yeah, the Monte Cristo. What? Bennigan's. Yes, remember Bennigan's? They'd have a great Monte Cristo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were for show in the film.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Monte Cristos. Damn it.
Well, I'm going my Freddie
Talking
Boom
about heart
Boom.
attack in a sandwich.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Speaking of violence, good basketball player. I don't know if he's voice of reason, but I'm going to take it. Latrell Sprewell.
Oh, no. You did get violent.
I'll kill you, PJ.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Let's be real.
Washington.
Google Washington was the voice of reason. Latrell Sprewell was
World
far
peace,
from
leave him
that.
alone, or
Meta
that's
world
Ron
peace?
Artest. That's
Yeah,
Ron
Ron
Artest.
Artest, yeah.
Oh, I'm making with it. Not going Latrell Sprewell.
Meta world peace.
Latrell Sprewell probably has the intelligence of a high school dropout.
You're
so
just going for that basketball connection, right?
yes, and the violence, because you'll notice that coming back around for Gabe Kotter.
The leader of all the violence.
Yes.
It's going to be PJ Carmissimo? Carlissimo?
Round 5.
All right. This is going to be my bargain basement, Vinny Barbarino. I'm going with a good guy that can play a dumb guy and get away with it really well that all the chicks will swoon over. It's called Tatum Channing.
Tates?
Tates.
Oh, he's never going to come on our show anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Why would he come on our show? That's a
Vinny
compliment.
Barbarino.
You get to play Vin. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to hate you for that, but I can't.
And that was my final pick, and I just can't, that's going to be
That was the
That's
steal
your
of the
Tom
draft.
That is my Tom Brady pick, man.
There
A
you
douchebag
go.
pick?
No.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But
He's not from Michigan.
all right. Well, I need to. All right. I need to get my Horseshack. So I'm going to go with the character of Louis Skolnick, the Robert Carradine character from Revenge of the Nerds. Mainly because of the laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, he's smarter than a sweat hog, but I think he can pull off dumb.
Yeah. Good.
Well, hopefully, like, the 3 people will get this in our fan base here. I'm going for Gabe Kotter.
You're shooting pretty high, aren't you? I know your fan base includes your wife and...
She doesn't listen to us.
Your wife's listening more than his.
I'm going Rick Latimer, a.k.a. the Principal, James Belushi, in the movie The Principal. He's tough, he's fair, he's got a baseball bat, and
He's
he loves
not
me.
funny.
He's funny. Have you met James Belushi?
Well, Gabe
Jim.
Kotter wasn't funny either.
Time out.
Yeah, the one according to Jim wasn't funny either. It's true. You're right.
I'm going The Principal, and his sidekick is Louis Gossett Jr.
Well, I was thinking of all the...
That'd be his wife. We'll make it nowadays. They're a homosexual couple. And Louis will be the one being the joke told to. Yeah, there you go.
Here's my
right.
team. So I got
Recap.
Rick Latimer is Gabe Kotter from The Principal. I got Fonz for Vinny Barbarino. Horseshack is played by Lloyd Christmas, Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. Just as good as money. Boom Boom, Percy Washington. Boom 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 is Latrell Sprewell.
Uh-huh.
And Rembrandt is Epstein. Come out and play.
All right, I got my Gabe Kotter was Robin Williams. Vinny Barbarino, Tatum Channing. Horseshack was Screech. Hi there. Freddie Boom Boom, Percy Washington, Will Smith with a big afro.
West Philadelphia, born and
You can
raised.
stop. Please stop.
Please. Juan Luis Pedro Felipe de Huevos Epstein. John Leguizamo.
Okay.
All right, I got Gabe Kotter. I got Bob Saget and his terrible jokes. Vinny Barbarino. I got Joey Tribbiani from Friends fame.
Favorite food? Sandwiches.
That's my favorite food, too.
It is too, mine too.
Horseshack, I got Louis Skolnick.
And I'm done.
Freddie Boom Boom Washington. I got Trip from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just because, damn it, I want him back. And my Epstein is played by Luis Guzman.
I will say, I have the best team, but I'm going to kick all your asses.
You got the most fun. Well, hell, you got what?
You got
Just
the most
over
violent
Sprewell
cast.
by himself will kick.
You got the most violent cast.
Yes.
And I don't know. You got Screech over there who apparently
Stabbed a man.
people on Christmas.
Stabbed a man with a trident.
Who
once.
actually boxed the real life
Horseshack.
Real Ron Polillo
And
Horseshack.
apparently beat the crap out of him too.
I think we should have Randall Holt give us the winner.
Okay,
That
Randall.
was his idea.
Yeah, good
Let us
idea.
know who wins.
There you go.
That's it, Randy. Let us know who's got the best team. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Yay! Anything? Okay. Harrison Ford.
Well, hold on a second.
Okay, hello.
I was looking at what our intern put together here this week for News of the Geek, which would be you.
Yes. I have an intern this week.
So I'm really disappointed in the fact that, based upon one of our famous tangent topics, we started talking about penises.
We go on tangents?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
penis
so.
isn't really a tangent. Penis is the main
Lifestyle.
we had a good podcast about penises. I can't remember back in the 20s or 30s.
Every episode, but okay.
Every episode. And since then, we got nicknamed the Penis Podcast
Yes.
because of, that joke.
Yes.
I'm really disappointed in you in the fact that you missed this most important scientific revelation that rocked the scientific community this past week.
What's that?
And you both are looking at me like
I have
you
no
don't know
idea what
what's
you're talking
going
about.
on.
We don't know
I'm
what's going
talking
on in the
about
world of penis.
Scientists have established the actual average size of the male human penis.
18 inches.
No.
Around.
We're not talking. No.
Girth.
No, seriously, you guys didn't see that article?
No.
I guarantee almost half the men in the world was sitting there going, "Yep, that's it. That confirms it. I'm huge."
What is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. It was like 5.12.
Really? You
or
went
something
through all
like that.
that? You don't
Well,
remember?
that's what they've been saying for years. I was
It
expecting
started out.
new.
It started out with men get your measuring tape out. And you think that this was the big scientific news this past week about the average size of the male penis.
From balls to tip or scrotum to what are we doing?
I don't know.
How we measure it?
I don't know how you measure it, but
And I mean, really,
from chin to whatever
if you've got that fupa area there, do you count that?
Is it from the base of the stem or the top of the balls? I don't know. Let's see. You may have, if you're male and you have a fupa area, I'd be concerned. You're called a hermaphrodite.
The P is pelvic.
I thought it was pussy area.
What the hell is going on? If you measure from my chin to the tip, I'm
Well, from your chin to the balls isn't that much, Jay. That's a real short one.
Jesus. There's the news of the geek for the week.
It was still earth-shattering news, and you guys are like, you guys didn't even see
It's earth-shattering because it boosts Blake's self-esteem,
Yes, it
apparently.
basically does. That's right.
You missed it by that much.
I'm almost average.
See, Michelle, I told you.
That's right. It had flaccid and average erection. You guys,
Average flaccid is 18 inches. Erect 5.
It gets smaller as it gets harder.
It's like a frightened turtle.
you see puppetry of the penis, they can stretch that shit out, man. Flaccid 18 inches? Hell yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, we just lost Tate.
The Tates had actually probably intrigued on this discussion.
We did get Tara Reid back, though.
There you go.
So anyway, what's going on in the world of geek news?
I don't even know what to say after that.
How about you tell us what's
Good
going on
thing
with
we weren't
Harrison
recording
Ford?
the last 5 minutes. We would have
and-
offended a lot of people.
Yes, we will.
Well, apparently, since we're talking about Harrison Ford here, I do have to say, did you hear he was in a plane crash?
What?
When?
When?
Like this evening?
Oh, is he
No
okay?
shit.
It said he was hurt after his private plane crashed on a golf course somewhere in California.
More important, did they finish filming all his scenes in Star Wars?
I think so.
Okay, then it's fine.
All right.
But it might make a difference on what's coming up here.
Yes, he will reprise his lead role in the dystopian sci-fi film Blade Runner, the Blade Runner sequel, according to media reports.
Yeah.
Alcord Entertainment made the announcement. The original film's director Ridley Scott will not be directing, but he will be a producer. Canadian director,
What? Can they do
What?
anything other than play hockey?
Canadian director Craig Nichol, who did Prisoners and
No,
Enemy.
that's Dennis Villanueva.
Whatever.
That's Dennis Villeneuve.
I think that's Nichol's his pen name.
Oh, okay.
Is currently in negotiations to direct. Don't do it. Second installment has been written by Hampton Fancher. That's a cool name. Who co-wrote the original screenplay, and Michael Green.
Yeah.
Hampton has not done anything since the original.
Really?
No, I don't know. But I'm going to look. Talk amongst yourself here, people.
Okay, all I have
Wake
to
up.
say
Time to
is,
die.
how can you put a sequel to this movie that had well, okay, I suppose it was an ambiguous ending, but it had an ending. It was over. The story was
What are they going to
done.
make it now?
The story was done, and the
Yeah.
fact that it was somewhat ambiguous depending on which cut.
Well, which
saw the
cut did you
regular
see?
cut,
There's like
the director's
1800s.
cut, the full-length cut, whatever. But I like to say the director's cut is the one worth. It was the better one I saw.
I
but-
just saw it recently. They just had it on HBO or something recently this past month, and I watched it again. And I realized, yeah, I really like that movie an awful lot.
Yeah, and I like, but I mean, it had an ending point, and now they're going to come out and
And
I
the
suppose,
whole premise, Rutger Hauer's character, I mean, you can get really mad at him for trying to
Okay.
live, with the
Well, and then
expiration date.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's also the question on, was Harrison Ford's character actually a replicant?
Yes.
I
that's
do
what-
kind of remember that
it
a
was.
little bit.
I mean, it was
as
kind of,
well.
and that's what the ambiguous ending was. Is he could be, he doesn't know, he doesn't think he is.
Did he kill the Joker? Didn't he?
I don't know.
Okay, so Hampton Fancher, I don't know about this. He did Blade Runner,
Okay,
The Mighty Quinn 7 years later in 1989.
and that I never saw it, but
I
did
don't think
not
this
get
counts.
good reviews.
The 1997 video game Blade Runner. Now you're just,
Oh, he was getting credit because it was based off his.
The Minus Man.
Never heard of it.
Blade Runner 60, the director's cut, a short story in 2012. Now you're just milking it.
So you're saying he hasn't
he's
done
like Blade
anything.
Runner, Blade Runner,
So he did
Runner,
Blade Runner and The Mighty Quinn.
He was a big he was an actor. Acting!
Actor!
He was in Bonanza for one episode, The Fugitive for one episode,
And he made a guest appearance in Blade Runner.
Gunsmoke for 4, Perry Mason for 1.
So he worked in the 50s and 60s.
Daniel Boone for 2.
And he's still alive?
Yeah. The Other Side of the Mountain. He was in Police Story for 1 episode.
With Angie Dickinson?
Yeah. Since Police Story, he's and Last of the Good Guys. He was uncredited. It was a TV movie in '78. He hasn't done anything until Hands and Eyes in 2010, a short film.
Well, he likes a short film, doesn't he?
Yes, it's 5.1 inches. Okay, so
No, that's an average film.
okay, so moving on. Deadline is reporting that CW is in the early stages of developing an additional Arrow Flash spin-off series. Can we just call the CW the superhero network from now on?
Yeah, DC Network is fine with me.
We have the 100, which is doing really well.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. The 100 is
okay.
doing really well.
I'll have to look into
Jane the Virgin. And then
Yeah.
we got 18 other superhero ones. Potential series would put the focus on some fan favorite characters already established in the universe, including Brandon Routh, Victor Garbo, who's Firestorm, Wentworth Miller, who was Captain Cold, I had that mixed up, and Katie Lotz, the original Black Carrie, Sarah, that died.
Black Canary.
But she was in
Black
the,
Canary, sorry.
But she
The
was
Black
in the last episode?
Yeah,
Those-
but it was a
But it was a delusion
yeah,
or something. But
from
it was like,
Count Vertigo.
yes.
Yeah. So the new project is going to feature 3 major DC characters also who have never appeared in live-action TV series.
appeared
Green
in-
Lantern, Hawkeye, Hawkgirl,
Could be.
Nightwing. Nightwing won't because he's in Titans.
Yeah, well, he's he's in Titans and
so
well,
Starfire.
And okay, he wasn't as Nightwing, but Dick Grayson did appear in a
And they always talk about
live-action TV
Bloodhaven.
series.
They always talk about Bloodhaven and Arrow.
Do they?
Yeah,
Did I
they just
never
mentioned
pick
it
up
a
on
couple
it?
weeks ago too.
I've never picked up
Yeah.
on Bloodhaven. Okay.
There was another one I think in the first season.
The question. I would like to see the question.
Question would be interesting. The show's not expected to be part of the current pilot season, but could go straight to series in time for mid-season next year. So January of next year. What would you do? I mean, I've heard rumors that it could be a Brave and the Bold like.
That's what they should do. I think.
They said like focus on a couple characters each episode and to kind of do like an Agent Carter run. That's interesting. I like Brandon Routh. I really do. I like his character in it. I don't know if you could do a whole series of the Atom.
I am not sure I like what they did with the Atom.
His suit is
They
interesting.
made him Iron Man.
Yes, they did.
I mean, the Atom
He's
is
supposed
not
to
Iron
shrink,
Man.
right?
The Atom is, Ant-Man more than Iron Man.
Correct. So I'm
And-
wondering if he does shrink though eventually.
I don't know, but I like I said, I was
Shrinkage.
catching up on it, and he like
5.1 inches, he'll
He's
shrink.
less than 5.1 inches.
he puts on the suit and then flies around. I went, that's not the Atom. What
I
the
have an
fuck is
issue.
this shit?
I don't have an issue with that. I have an issue that he slept with my future ex-wife, Felicity. Oh, Felicity. Oh, Tate's abs. Okay. I'm intrigued though. Captain Cold. That I don't understand how that's going to work.
Well, I'm thinking they might kind of do a villains
Episode.
or some maybe a small mini series, like you said, a Brave and the Bold type thing where just short story arcs for certain people, and then they team up differently every time. I think that would be.
I would like to have who I don't think it's Raja Ghul's woman sidekick.
his daughter.
Is that his daughter? Is that Talia?
It's not Talia.
It's another one,
but
right?
he was called in the Arrow. They're calling your dad or your daughter, but it's not
who's
Talia.
dating Sarah? I would like to see her. I like to see her do one.
I would actually. I'm intrigued to see them bring back, whether it be in Arrow or in something like this. I'd kind of like to see. I really liked the storyline with the Pied Piper.
Yes, in Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash, not Arrow. In
Yeah,
Flash.
Flash,
yes.
Pied Piper. He came back for 2 episodes. He's been in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
like
it
his
was even
character.
3, but-
It might have been 3. I like his character.
Yeah, I think they did a real good job with that.
I like Captain Cold in it, in Flash.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones have been okay. I think
Cold and Heatwave as a team up. I kind of like the way they do that.
I like they actually gave like a 5-minute fight scene between Cold and Heatwave and Flash.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
a great fight scene for
TV
for network television.
I thought you were talking about, women's moves.
Hot
Heatwave, Flash.
No, we didn't say Heat Flash.
Oh, Heatwave,
Hot flashes.
Hot Flash. Yeah.
Okay, so there is your news of the geek. I have a small one here. Next week, we're going to be talking about DC, and they're readjusting their universe again.
And whether we like that or hate that,
We didn't want to bore Blake with it because he's not a comic book guy, so we didn't want to bore him with 50 episodes or 50 issues that they're coming out with. So there's your news of the geek. Just a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast, Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas, on Tumblr, which I don't know.
yeah, that hadn't been updated.
You still haven't figured out how
half
that
a
works
year.
yet, Tumblr.
And on email.
At thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
Who runs that?
I do.
Jeff does.
So that's the email we can use when we give our news about our Game of Thrones podcast coming up.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Anybody can email stuff. I check it at least once a week.
Yeah.
and
maybe
I check
twice.
it sometime. Yeah, it's
So would that be a good time to talk about the Game of Thrones podcast we're going to do?
when you come back
At the moment?
funny
Yes.
thing, you come back in a couple weeks, about 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and I'm actually going to be gone on business for a week. So you're going to come in, I'm going to be gone, and you, Jeff, I think Bednar, you guys
Yes.
going to talk Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
Game of Thrones episode.
That's right. So just before Game of Thrones, the TV show starts back on HBO. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones. We're going to talk about the TV series,
Yes.
and then we're going to talk about the books. So
Compare,
people who like
contrast.
the books.
Books.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about our favorite Game of Thrones theories. We're going to either prove some theories or we're going to try and debunk some theories. And if you have a theory that you like to talk about or you want us to mention,
if you want us
send
to
it
talk
to
about
the
it.
email address.
At thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
And we'll talk about Game of Thrones and theories and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, please send us send us your theories, and then we can
Yeah.
make them our own, or we can tell you why you're wrong.
That's right.
So that's around April, first week of April. We're also on Musings of Geek Network. Roll the
Oh no, we don't have the bumper.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Musings of the Geek Network is a great network with a lot of great podcasts. Things like The Comic Roast, Dark Angels and
Bearded
Pretty
Ones?
Freaks. The Bearded Ones.
The Bearded Ones.
Red Horse Radio, 40 going on 14.
Red Horse Radio is not about Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, well, nor
It wasn't
bestiality.
red-headed horses.
Bestiality.
Whatever you do, don't Google those things together.
Red Horse Bestiality. I don't think I'll do
And
that.
penis size.
We're also on Geek Life Radio.
Geek Life, Geek Life.
10 a.m. Eastern on Fridays, 9 a.m. Central, so check us out. Radio-blitz.com, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern.
9 a.m.
Yes.
Oh, I got the time wrong. I got to change that.
Yep. Stitcher, the sewing network. You can subscribe to us if you have an Android device.
An Android device, you can have us on the go and listen to us whenever you want on Stitcher.
Tangent Bound Network, tangentboundnetwork.com. Snake Oil's on there with us.
Yes.
And a new one from Who the What Now, Michael Leal. He's got Danger Entertainment Network with a lot of his comic book friends and that. And we also have a couple podcasts. Not many. We're keeping it small for right now.
Keeping it small.
And we are on Danger Entertainment Network. So check us out on any of them.
Check
I have
out
a question.
Danger-
If you
Check
go
out
to-
Michael's comic books, too.
Yeah, Michael's comic books. Check
If you
it
go
out.
to iTunes, right?
Yes.
Go to History of Bad Ideas.
Give us a review.
Give us a review. And also check out, do you realize that we are under the humor category?
Yes.
We thought we were funny, so we put us
I was
under
going to
humor.
say, if some Apple guy thought we were funny and put us in humor,
No,
that
I
ain't it.
thought we were games and hobbies.
Well, I guess we
If we're
could.
games and hobbies, we might crack the top 300.
We should change that. I wonder if I can.
Can we change that?
Oh, look.
Well, because the thing is, there really wasn't a category we felt was correct, so we picked what we thought
So
was
humor.
closest.
Oh, okay.
Because we laughed, so we said humor.
All right, there you go. I thought it was just some Apple guy thought we were funny and said, yeah, these guys are humorous.
Yes,
we
they
do.
did.
Oh.
So, there you go.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, the big bomb that we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. Jupiter Ascending.
Descending. Ah!
It's made $43 million domestically, $81 million internationally, for a total of $124 million on a $176 million budget.
And I think that budget's full of shit too.
Yeah, it's
They
budget's
may
probably.
actually make their money back.
I don't think they will because it's about out of theaters by now, and those
Not
budgets,
in South Africa.
Oh, those budgets don't include. Well, they don't include the marketing.
Yeah.
And although
The
the
rumor I
marketing,
keep
there
hearing-
probably hasn't been a whole lot of marketing to this. Maybe a couple of commercials, but
I keep hearing that the budget is closer to $210 million. Everything I've read online.
and marketing is usually like a third of what your
Yeah.
budget is.
So yes, please never give the Wachowski brothers anything to do again.
But they made a couple of good movies.
Speed Racer.
That wasn't one of their couple of good movies, but they made a couple of good movies.
Okay.
And did you say Wachowski brothers?
Couple and
Siblings.
more than one.
Wachowski siblings. Sorry. Okay. What else, Jeff? What do we got? What do we got?
This week,
Can you focus-
top 5
focus,
at the box
please?
office.
Like this.
The weekend of February 27th through March 1st. Mm-hmm. Fuckus made $17 million in its opening weekend.
19 million.
I don't know why I read 17. That 9 looks like a 7 to me.
You need to focus. Focus.
Why don't you tell me the name of the movie?
Focus made $19 million in its opening weekend on a $50 million budget, which I thought they wanted that to do more.
Yeah.
It's not a good opening, but then again, they're opening in February, where you don't expect good
Still
openings.
number one.
Yeah, it's still number one, but I'm not sure Will Smith is quite the draw he used to be.
No, well, if he was quite the draw he used to be, he'd be released on
July 4th.
July 4th weekend. Kingsman: The Secret Service, $11.7 million for a total of $85.5. So they're over. They made their budget back because it was an $81 million budget.
Yep.
The SpongeBob movie: Sponge Out of Water made another $11 million for a total of $140 million.
Has that been like holding steady at number 3 for several weeks
Pretty
now?
much.
It has. It's pretty much
It's
the
got
kids-
staying power.
It's the kids movie that's out now.
There's
Kids
nothing-
movies.
There's nothing else for kids to go see.
My wife
Yeah.
took my daughter this weekend to go run some errands and that, and so it was just me and my son, and I was looking for movies to take him to, and SpongeBob was it, and I
he's
was
not
like,
into SpongeBob, is he?
no, and I can't stand SpongeBob.
What?
Sorry, and he doesn't like it either. So it's like, oh, that's it. It was like there's nothing else out there, no other cartoons, nothing. So I was kind of surprised. I was like, well, I guess we're not watching a movie, which is fine, but it's kind of surprised.
All right. Then 50 Shades of Crap made $10.9 million for way too much money on a paid way too much money to make it, but they made their money back.
The
and
movie
then
we shall
some.
not talk about. We should not say.
It's just there's nothing. Oh,
Is that what women really want?
no? At least the ones I talk to.
I do. Oh, sorry.
And The Lazarus Effect made $10.6 million on its opening weekend on a budget of $3.3 million.
I thought the Lazarus Effect was a bomb. I was going to list it as a bomb, and then I was like, oh, it only cost $3 million.
No,
Hey, never mind.
It made,
Say- you say it
made
came out
triple
dead?
its money.
Ah, wake up, Nick. That's it.
Came out dead, but you realize it was only 3.3.
Break it down.
3.3.
Let's stop.
No.
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground where I played the rest of my day. Speak it out, boo. I don't know anymore. Okay,
You know, Suge Knight will hold you outside a hotel window upside down, not for more money, just because you're a really bad rapper.
I did see American Sniper this weekend. Good film. I don't know what Morris was talking about. Afterwards, my wife and I said we needed to watch a couple cartoons. Or what we did, we met you
feel
guys.
better.
Yeah. Or we met you guys at the bar and drank. So that worked out well too. We met everybody at the bar.
I did catch Birdman,
Oh, how was it?
and though I really thought the acting was superb and the artistic direction of the movie was excellent, I'm not
But
sure
why
it
is
was,
he turning into a bird at
I'm
the
not
end and fly
sure
away?
it was really best picture. I don't know. To me, it felt like, okay, it's a movie about actors, so it was up Hollywood's ass.
Yep.
Even
Yeah,
though it was
basically.
a great movie, I wouldn't.
Artist.
Hollywood likes
now,
to
granted, it
reward
might have been the
itself.
best because I didn't see the other 7 it was against,
Yeah.
but I was a little surprised after seeing it.
I've seen Sniper, I've seen Theory of Everything, and I saw Boyhood. Boyhood was the weakest so far. I liked it. They were all good movies. I liked Theory of Everything. I think I might like that a little bit more than Sniper. I thought they jumped around on Sniper a little bit. I think they jumped around on Theory of Everything a little bit too, because you only have so much time. I thought Cooper could have won Best Actor, and I would have been fine with it. He was amazing.
Yeah, okay. And I honestly thought with all the acting in there, Michael Keaton wasn't even the best.
Well, Eddie Redmayne won for Theory of Everything with Stephen Hawking. I had no issue with that either. I thought either Cooper or Redmayne did a hell of a job.
I mean, I'm not saying I think Michael Keaton could have done any more than he did, but Edward Norton I thought was great. I thought Emma Stone was fabulous.
She's always fabulous.
She is. But like I said, the acting pretty much all around was superb. I mean, Zach Galifianakis looked like an actor in it, not a goof.
I was a little upset. I thought the fake baby in American Sniper should have won Best Supporting. Move my hand, Bradley! No, if you,
Bradley should have won just because he made the baby move.
He did. He should have. It was a good movie, though. It was intense. I knew it was intense going into it, but it was really intense. It was very well done. I can't speak high enough about it, so there you go.
All right. Well, moving on. This upcoming week, opening March 6th, we've got Chappie.
Story of a robotic butler,
which to me,
isn't it?
Originally,
Chappie.
It looked terrible
Cheeky monkey.
from what I first saw, but the more I see of it, the more intrigued
and
I
it's got
am.
Hugh Jackman and his abs in it.
I didn't even know Hugh Jackman was in it.
I think he's one of the scientists in it.
Oh, okay.
I kept thinking it was that movie we were joking about last week with the Chappie, the robot that...
It is. That is it.
No, not Chappie. They had the Indian guy in it, and the what's her name? The robot falls in love.
Oh, Richie Rich?
No, not Richie Rich.
Again, my son was going through Netflix tonight trying to find something, and he went past Richie Rich, and he's like, what's that? I was like, nope, keep going. We're not watching that. Nope, keep going. Chappie is actually the story of Hugh Jackman building the robot to be boxers. Is that it? Oh, that was Real Steel.
Okay, we're moving on now. No more terrible...
No, what was that movie from the 80s with that?
Short Circuit.
Yeah, Short Circuit.
Oh, yeah, that's what Chappie looks like. It's the new Johnny Five.
Yeah, Johnny Five.
Oh, the Indian version. Fisher Stevens is the Indian guy now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he played an Indian guy. I remember that was such a big stink about that. Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that now.
Yeah.
Also opening is the second best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
The sequel.
Yes, I haven't
Judi
seen the
Dench.
first.
They got Judi Dench to play me.
Oh, man. And something called Unfinished Business.
Vince Vaughn. Tom Wilkinson.
Oh, that's the Vince Vaughn movie.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it.
David Franco.
Okay.
No,
Dave Franco actually amuses me more than
Franco does. Yes.
Than his brother.
Yes.
Well, you know what's interesting about
We say that about Jim over you too.
I thought it was the other way around. Now my feelings are hurt.
You know what they're doing? Great promos. Great. Whoever came up with this PR thing is awesome.
Unfinished Business?
For Unfinished Business, they're coming out. Vince Vaughn. You ever see those stock photos? You know, those goofy ass
like the business
photos, photos, everything you use for generic or whatever. They've released like bunches of stock photos of them in the office settings or meeting settings, and it looks really pretty funny.
Okay. It doesn't look as bad as his other films have been.
No,
I like Dave Franco. I like Wilkinson.
Vince Vaughn
Tom
is Vince
Wilkinson.
Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays one guy, and it's basically him. Yeah.
Here's your box office of the week.
Yay.
Okay, top 5 this week. It's a little long one, but top 5 worst films by a best actor or actress winning an Oscar. They start the best or worst film they starred in after they won an Oscar for best actor or actress. That was better that way.
Was it won or nominated?
Oh, I had winning after winning.
Worst films after they won the Oscar.
Yeah.
But I used supporting actor and actress.
That's
too,
okay.
as well.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What did you do? Well, great. We all three did something different. And you only can pick
I
one
think
film per actor or actress.
When you originally put it in there, you had nominations.
Yeah, I changed it to winning.
I
Okay,
didn't
moving on.
notice that. I noticed you added the only pick one film per actor or actress, but
Because you could do a lot with just Al Pacino.
you could.
Duncan Chino. Jack and Jill. Or whatever that was. Okay. Who wants to go first? I'll go first. Okay.
You go first.
Number 5 for me. Halle Berry, 2001. She won for Monsters Ball.
Yes.
Then she decided to star in Catwoman.
That was my number 5 too.
Hey!
Yay.
Ready? You know why? Yeah!
I can extrapolate a little
Go
bit
ahead.
on it. That's
You're
all right.
fine.
Actually, they call it the Halle Berry effect.
Okay.
The news story that I was able to find online, it talked about this. They called it the Halle Berry effect, and then they went through and they named all these actors and actresses that got affected by the Halle Berry effect.
Which is pretty much her top 5 right
It's
here.
very, very much what you were talking about for the top 5 of our subject. It's the Halle Berry effect, essentially. So that's why it was number 5.
I didn't have it as high for her because I thought she got Catwoman's an awful film. Don't get me wrong. Take a drink, but she
It was
went
before she won Monsters Ball.
It was after.
It was after. She
Yeah.
had won Monsters Ball before she did
Before
Catwoman.
that, she did Gothica.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to list was Gothica, but it was right before Gothica was right before she won. But anyways, with Halle Berry, with Catwoman, at least she was going into it like, okay, this is a superhero film. Maybe this is going to make me. I give her credit that she was trying to go that route. It just ended up bad. So Catwoman, number 5, Halle Berry, way to be, and this was Blake's. Jeff, what's yours?
Straight to jab. What top 5 are you doing, by the way?
Well, I had nominated some of these people were nominated for awards that ended up doing bad movies
All right,
because.
okay.
Unless you want to pause while I refix my list.
So it's not as big as of a letdown for your list,
It might
essentially.
not be.
Ours is supposed to be a bigger letdown. Yours is nominated. Ours are winners.
Yeah, I mean,
Winner!
half of these are winners. Some of them aren't necessary.
Okay.
But I'm starting with John Malkovich. He never actually won, but he was nominated twice.
And he had a movie made about being him,
Yes.
being John
Yes.
Malkovich.
But he was nominated in The Line of Fire and Places in the Heart in 93 and 84, respectively. And I decided 1997's Con Air.
You motherfucker. I'm going to shank you.
Is that your number
one?
1?
No, that
it's
is
my
one
number
of the
5.
greatest films
It was
ever.
a terrible film. There wasn't a redeeming quality of
Put
that
the
film.
bunny down.
You're helping my argument.
I cut off a woman's head and used it as a hat through 3 states.
Yeah, you're helping my argument.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh, darling.
All right.
Damn you. Love Con Air. Hey, go ahead. Move on.
All right. Well, I'll
Come back around. Give us your number
I'll
4.
go my number 4. Okay, well, this one's got 2 winners, 2 Academy Award winners.
Winner!
John Voight won for 1978's Coming Home. Helen Mirren won for 06's The Queen.
Uh-huh.
They also were nominated 2 other times without winning. And I picked 2007's National Treasure Book of Secrets.
Book of crap.
Yes.
So essentially, you just gave us 3.
Well, it's one film for those 2
one
people.
film for
yeah.
those 2. Okay.
Those 2 people were in the
Forgot
same
Helen Mirren
film.
was
Where's
in that.
Nicolas Cage fit into that?
Did he win for leaving Las Vegas?
He did.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even think of this shit. Hold on, gotta go back. Oh, you're number 1. Hold on, gotta switch mine around here. Go ahead. Shit.
Okay, Blake, you're number 4?
My number 4. He won for his role in Last King of Scotland, Forrest Whitaker. And then he went on to do a shit movie called The Great Debate, and then any Tyler Perry piece of shit.
He was in a Tyler Perry piece of shit?
I guess.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Forrest Whitaker?
No, everyone was first.
That's what my internet source says. So I said, yeah, I agree with that.
I can't argue that.
Son of a bitch. Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm switching things around here. Number 4 is Hilary Swank, won in 1999.
Oh, I know where you're going on this one.
The Core,
The Core.
in 2003.
That was Black Dahlia.
Oh, that
After
was...
she won $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, that's another one.
Because she's my number 3.
Oh, you had number 3 for Black Dahlia and you had it for The Core.
Yes.
Hilary Swank.
and that was one I thought of.
Yeah, the core was just so bad. And it had so many people. Remember when Aaron Eckhart was supposed to be the future? Oh. Yeah, I couldn't. The core was just awful.
That's before he landed that role as Jamie Lannister.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's on his own pocket.
Aaron Eckhart.
Was
he
not Jamie Lannister.
Yeah, I know, but he looks like him, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like the actor that plays Jamie Lannister? That Skarsgård sculpture?
Nicholas
number 3
Coster
for me.
Waldau.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is
Nobody
Nicholas.
else thought that was... That's all right.
Is Nicolas Cage.
Hey, it is Nick. You just penciled him in, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
There you
I
go.
switched things around. I kicked Jamie Foxx off. Nicolas Cage because everything. I can't even pick one. Okay, fine. He did Leaving Las Vegas. Did Face Off come after that?
Wicker Man?
Wicker Man. Let's do Wicker Man.
Because, well, you don't Wicker Man or Face Off?
I'll do Face Off because Face Off is really... Yeah.
Face Off
okay,
was such a bad
Face
movie.
Off is my number 3 also. But I picked it because of John Travolta after being nominated for Saturday Night Fever
That's like a
and
double
Pulp
whammy.
Fiction,
It's
and
like-
Joan Allen for being nominated for Nixon and The Crucible.
Joan Allen, she's a sex symbol in Face Off. God. I don't even know how we put this on the board. I don't know what these numbers are doing. This is a completely
Yeah, this
confusing
board's
one.
going to be confusing.
I feel like it's a quantum theory board. Can we get Matt Damon in here? Can he just figure out this
probably
math
could.
thing?
You know, just put an integral and a couple parentheses by it. It'll work.
So that's my number 3.
It's a new God particle.
That's my number 3. What's your number 3?
His number 3 was
My
Hilary Swank.
number is Hillary Swank.
My number 3 was Face Off. John Travolta and Joan Allen fit that.
It could have been Nicolas Cage.
We switch the bodies and the faces. It makes perfect sense. Nope. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's horrible.
It's such a bad film.
I don't care what face you
All
put
right,
on it sucks.
My number 2. Yeah, 2. My number 2. I'm picking Ellen Burstyn, nominated 6 times. 1 for Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore in 1974. I picked her for 2006's Wicker Man.
Was she in the original Wicker Man?
I didn't notice that, but I can't swear.
I'll look it up.
But anyone associated with that movie should be ashamed.
Nicolas Cage is, and he's proud of it. Oh, man. And have you seen the original Wicker Man?
I have not seen the original. No.
It is horrible. Horrible. Oh, man. Ellen Burstyn. Let's see
Blake,
here.
do you have a number 2?
Go ahead, Blake.
I do have a number 2 in the Halle Berry effect. It is after his role in American Beauty, Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
He went in the movie Pay It Forward. Which, which also, it's like a double whammy because that also starred Helen Hunt.
Oh,
An Oscar Award winner.
Yeah, there you go. 2 of them for that.
Bam!
She didn't do much, did she? After that.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
honestly,
Yeah, that killed her career probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Pay It Forward was bad.
All right, Kevin Spacey. Think of all the good things he's been in.
He's been in some great things.
He's been in some great stuff, and then he's like,
Yeah, Ellen Burstyn. He was in Superman.
Yeah.
he was
Yeah, that
Lex
could have made the
Luthor.
list. What was that? other
I'm
one?
stealing this land.
K-Pax.
Like almost. Yeah, K-Pax was listed, but Pay It Forward was the one he did first. I think.
I just
after
remember
he won.
Superman. It's like, is he Yosemite Sam? Is he trying to gain land? You darn vermin! I'm taking this land, and you're all going to use Luther bucks.
That's all. That's anything. A Superman movie is a land grab.
After seeing Man of Steel. Yep, another Superman movie about land grabs.
Yeah. And granted, it was the entire planet, but that's all he wanted was the real estate.
Ellen Burstyn was not in the original.
Okay.
I thought she was, but it was not. Okay, my number 2. This is going to be a tough one. Al Pacino.
Geely.
Geely. 1992 he won.
He was
Geely. Or you could do Simone. That was another bad one.
I was talking about Geely also had.
What did he win
Ben
and
Affleck.
then before that?
Al Pacino won Best Actor for
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! But you could, now I did Geely, but you could do 88 Minutes. You can do Simone. You can do The Recruit. You can do
None of those were god awful. They
Simone,
weren't good.
88 Minutes, and Geely.
Geely was god awful, but
Al Pacino.
Christopher Walken was also in Geely.
Yes.
and he won an Academy Award.
And you can do Jack and Jill when he makes the cameo of Duncan. Yeah, Dunkachino. Have you ever seen it?
no, God no.
Oh, I'm going to show it to you. It's
not.
great.
Is
It's
he
awesome.
another like one of those actors whose quality has fallen just because of the quantity of bad movies he's done.
He's one of those
Despite
guys.
the fact that he's done some really great shit, and then there's just a lot of shit.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is, you remember the good stuff. Most of the bad stuff tends to just get forgotten.
But there's a lot of bad stuff.
But there's a lot of bad stuff, but you can
listen
forget
to a whole
the
bunch of bad Pacino movies.
But you forget them. Yeah, I mean, it won't
Because they're
it won't
that
hurt his,
horrible.
but it won't hurt his legacy.
Huh?
I mean,
Kind of like Johnny Depp.
I mean, it's got to be so memorably bad to hurt your legacy.
Yeah.
Catwoman.
You just give him a free pass
Catwoman is
because
one that
he's-
will hurt.
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk. Dunkachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Dunkachino. It's a whole new game. Dunkachino. You want creamy goodness?
I'm worried.
Oh, I'll show it to you at break.
Say hello to my little friend.
I don't know how to stop it. Make it stop.
Hit stop.
Hit mute.
Hit back.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
So Al Pacino number 2. Am I going number 1 now?
Yep, you're
Sure.
number 1.
Bring
This
it
is
back
a little
around.
bit different one. This it's because 1, he didn't do anything after this. 2, I don't know how he got this, how he won. And 3, I hate this movie. I hate this story. It's creepy. Robert Benigni. Robert for Life is Beautiful.
Yeah,
No, Robert Bernini.
Bernini, whatever.
Yeah.
When he's jumping on the seats in that, and he won.
Benigni, yeah.
Pinocchio, live action, and he played Pinocchio.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
And he hasn't done
Roberto
anything
Benigni.
since.
Roberto
but-
Benigni.
Yeah, that's who it is.
He's a big Italian actor. He's
He
in a lot
is.
of Italian movies.
I give you
yes.
that, but American-wise, and
Life is Beautiful is right.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, I hate that. I hate Pinocchio. I hate the Disney one. I hate everything about it. I
I
think
can't
it's
even
weird.
remember it.
Oh, I hate it. So yeah, when he did the live action Pinocchio, I keep thinking
He did the
Pacino.
live action Pacino movie.
Live action Pacino. They said what did you call him? Bernini? You didn't say Bernini. What did you call him? Roberto Bernini. You called him
Bernini?
Bernini?
Yeah.
He pronounced the G.
I got speech impairment.
Yeah, there you go.
So there it is, number 1. That was a little different, but I hate Pinocchio so bad. And if you've seen him in it, it is creepy.
I don't hate Pinocchio. His version of Pinocchio was not good.
Yeah. So, what's your number 1, Blake?
Oh, my number 1. This really hurts. Really, really hurts. Because she's one of our 5 knuckle ladies. And if I had a top 5, which I'm not allowed to have a top 5,
But if
if I did have a top 5, it was Charlize Theron.
Oh,
It's her rolling monster.
After Monster,
Then she
was
went
in-
on to do Aeon Flux.
oh!
Was that after Monster?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow! Wow! Good call. I forgot
rough.
about that.
Rough.
And after she did Monster, she stopped getting naked, so that was kind of a downfall too.
Well, you didn't really want her to get naked in Monster.
No.
Oh, not a monster, no.
But 2 Days in the Valley. Anyways, wow, that's a good one. Flux. I forgot about that one. So did most of America.
Unless, I guess you have to drop some acid in order to understand what the hell's going on in that.
Remember
you know MTV's Adult Swim?
Oh, yeah, I
remember
remember.
watching that back in college late at night. I'd be
The
like,
cartoon?
What the?
But liquid television.
Liquid television, that's right. I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
It was kind of cool looking about the lady running around shooting
was.
guns, but there really wasn't a storyline
No,
to the
there
Aeon
wasn't.
Flux
It was just-
cartoons.
Creepy shit.
All right.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
My number 1, I got an Oscar winner and then an Oscar nominee.
That's fine.
Sean Connery won for 1988's Untouchables.
Welcome to the Rock.
Ed
Your
Harris
mother's
was
a
nominated
whore.
for Apollo 13. The Rock
Welcome
from
to the Rock.
'96.
I knew Con Air and the Rock was going to be on there. I knew it.
Your mother's a whore, Trebek.
I'll take 8 chicks for 1,000. That's a petite. Never mind.
Yeah, you did catch my movies here and the common theme.
Yeah. Bay Brackheimer.
Con Air, National Treasure 2, Face Off, Wicker Man, and The Rock. And I never once mentioned Nicolas Cage.
That's
because
true.
I don't admit that he actually
Exists.
won.
Oh, I love The Rock. Good speed. You know what the Godspeed? You know what that means? Yeah, but it's not Godspeed. It's good speed. I don't understand why you're making the reference.
You mean, what does it mean? Oh, it means something that's one letter fucking off from what you just said?
Nicolas
Wow.
Cage in the worst exposition of his character development. First thing, why'd you get that scent here, the Beatles album? What? 2 reasons. 1, I'm a Beatlemaniac. And 2, my girlfriend would kill me if she knew how much I spent on this. Blah, blah, blah. That was the worst description of your character.
I do have a couple of
Honorables? Go ahead.
honorables. The first thing I thought of when you mentioned this category, first thing I thought of was Michael Caine.
Jaws
3.
The
Revenge.
Yeah, Revenge. Was that
That was the fourth one.
Fourth.
Jaws the Revenge. I went, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned it to my sister what we were doing, and she's like, "Oh, so Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to be number 1
Boat Trip.
for Boat Trip."
He was an honorable mention for me. I thought about that, but the other one's knocked it out because he hasn't. And Snow Dogs.
Yeah, but he was. They said you only did Best Actor. He was Supporting Actor when
Correct.
he won.
Oh, that's
so.
right. That's right. Yeah, Cuban was up there. Anything for you, Blake?
No, that was it. I was stretching to find those 5 for the Halle Berry effect.
Okay. Bad idea. Bad idea of the week. 509. Scheduling a podcast during a snowstorm.
Yeah,
Not good.
It wasn't good. Yeah, now we're going to have to scramble to get this up and ready to go.
I'll get it up tonight. You'll be up tonight?
Yeah, you got to get it up tonight, and then I got to get it ready for Geek Life.
Geek Life.
Before tomorrow morning. So.
Yes. So, Blake, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
3-4 weeks.
Yes, Blake, we want to
It'll
thank
be
you
about
for
a
your
month.
service, and
Thank
we're going to miss you. And
Next week, we're keeping the seat empty just for you.
Next week empty. Then the week after that, we got Chris Bednar.
Then we're going to see who comes in the following week.
Following week.
And also,
Probably get Amy from Culture Babble.
yeah, she's back from her trip.
Get her
Jeez.
back from
Everybody we
her
know is in
vacation.
Florida.
In Florida.
yeah, they're in Florida during the last snowstorm of the season.
Amy, the Dit Man, and Nick the Gimp. He's down. I like that, Nick the Gimp.
Nick the Gimp, the Dit Man, and Amy are all hanging out in Florida.
Yeah, it's kinda bullshit.
They should be podcasting together.
I don't think they're all around each other though. And want to say congratulations to Paul. He, the Dit Man, he's getting married this week.
Yes.
The Dit Man.
Unfortunately, he chose a destination wedding, and we all po.
Yeah,
So-
well, that and I couldn't because of vacation days, and it just did not work out.
I couldn't do it because I can't afford to go to Florida.
I think destination weddings are like a good scam on like, yeah, I'm going to invite all you guys to come, but I'm going to have it in China. Yeah, that's
fun.
it. So I don't have to pay for 200 dinners.
I had no problem with that.
I have
I
no
told my
idea.
wife I would have eloped. I wish we would have. And she's like, yeah, but... I was like, no, we should have eloped.
No, you shouldn't have.
Why?
I don't know. I enjoyed your wedding.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
true.
okay.
Even though you pushed out and finished too early in the dance-off.
It's my problem for a lot of things. Bum, bum, bum.
Finished too early. That's right.
All 18
But
inches.
yeah, but no offense to the Dit Man. Yeah, if you're gonna get married, do it your way, man.
Exactly.
Go where you want to do.
So,
Hey, they weren't originally talking about actually doing it on the cruise, but
Yeah.
figured they'd do it before they got on the cruise, so people
beach.
that wanted to go but didn't want to cruise could be there.
So if you wanted to go to Florida, you can just go to Florida.
so
Now be stuck in
congratulations,
a boat.
Dit Man. So
right.
there you go.
Ditman and Mrs. Ditman.
Yes. So Blake, see you in a couple weeks, and Roger says goodbye.
Roger says goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.